Hi, welcome to today's topic. Today we talking about consequences of war, a complex tapestry of human suffering and societal change. War, throughout the annals of human history, has been a constant companion. Its consequences are profound and far-reaching, shaping the destiny of nations and individuals alike. The consequences of war encompass a vast spectrum of effects, ranging from the immediate and visible destruction to the deeply embedded scars that persist for generations. This topic delves into the multifaceted consequences of war, exploring its impact on individuals, societies, and the world at large. Human suffering. A. Loss of life. The most immediate and heart-wrenching consequence of war is the loss of life. Soldiers, civilians, young and old, no one is immune to the specter of death that hovers over conflict zones. The human toll of war is measured not just in numbers but in the individual stories, dreams, and hopes extinguished. This loss reverberates through families and communities, leaving a void that can never be truly filled. B. Physical and psychological trauma. War survivors often bear the physical and psychological scars of their experiences. Physical injuries, maimed limbs, and disfigurement are stark reminders of the horrors of battle. Equally insidious are the psychological traumas that haunt soldiers and civilians alike. Post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) and other mental health issues are endemic in post-war societies, affecting not only the survivors but their families as well. C. Displacement and refugees. War results in the displacement of millions. Families are uprooted from their homes, often fleeing with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The consequences of displacement extend far beyond the loss of property. They include economic instability, lack of access to education and healthcare, and the challenges of building a new life in unfamiliar surroundings. The refugee crisis, seen worldwide, is a painful testament to the scale of this problem. Societal and economic consequences. A. Destruction of infrastructure. The destruction of infrastructure during war leaves a trail of economic devastation. Roads, bridges, schools, hospitals, and factories are razed to the ground, impairing the ability of societies to function and rebuild. Reconstructing this infrastructure often demands enormous resources and years of effort. B. Economic impact. The economic consequences of war extend beyond physical destruction. War diverts resources that could be invested in development and progress, channeling them into military spending. Moreover, the loss of skilled labor, the disruption of supply chains, and the collapse of markets contribute to economic stagnation and decline. C. Societal disintegration. War often tears the social fabric of communities and nations. Divisions along ethnic, religious, or political lines can deepen, sowing the seeds of future conflicts. Social trust erodes, and the breakdown of institutions can lead to lawlessness and chaos. The long-term consequences of societal disintegration can be more damaging than the immediate effects of war. Political consequences. A. Shifting power dynamics. War has the potential to alter the global political landscape. It can shift the balance of power among nations, redistributing influence and redefining alliances. The two world wars of the 20th century, for example, saw the decline of colonial empires and the rise of superpowers. B. Political instability. In the aftermath of war, political instability can be a recurring theme. New governments may emerge, but they often grapple with challenges such as post-war reconstruction, the reintegration of combatants, and the need to establish stability and legitimacy. The power vacuums left in the wake of war can breed further conflict. Environmental consequences. A. Environmental degradation. War leaves behind an environmental footprint that can be long-lasting. The use of weapons, the destruction of infrastructure, and the release of pollutants contribute to environmental degradation. Water sources may be contaminated, arable land may become unusable, and ecosystems may be disrupted. B. Unexploded ordnance. Unexploded ordnance, such as landmines and cluster munitions, pose a persistent threat to both civilians and the environment. They can lead to accidental injuries and deaths, hinder land development, and contaminate soil and water. Cultural and historical consequences. A. Loss of cultural heritage. Cultural heritage, including historic landmarks and artifacts, is often a casualty of war. These irreplaceable treasures bear the scars of conflict, and their loss impoverishes the world's collective cultural memory. B. Shaping historical narratives. War shapes the historical narratives of nations and individuals. The consequences of war, including the triumphs and tragedies, are woven into the fabric of a nation's identity. Understanding these narratives is crucial for both healing and preventing future conflicts. The quest for peace and reconciliation. A. Seeking peace. In the aftermath of war, societies often yearn for peace. The process of negotiating peace treaties and disarmament can be complex and protracted. The efforts to bring an end to violence are essential for healing and rebuilding. B. Reconciliation. Reconciliation is an integral part of post-war recovery. It involves addressing the grievances, divisions, and injustices that fueled the conflict. Initiatives aimed at bringing communities together and fostering understanding can be instrumental in preventing the resurgence of violence. Conclusion. The consequences of war are wide-ranging and deeply impactful. They affect individuals, societies, and the world at large, leaving scars that persist for generations. While war may be a constant in human history, understanding its consequences is vital for the prevention of future conflicts and the pursuit of a more peaceful and just world. It is a stark reminder that the cost of war is not limited to the battlefields, it is a cost borne by all of humanity. Thank you.